situation pops off in Philadelphia, of all places, with Keith Yandle in the Ironman streak last week, where Keith's obviously not playing his best hockey at this point in his career, but can still provide some things, some veteran leadership and so on and so forth to a younger team. The team spins it as, hey, we want to get some young guys a look. Keith's done a lot for us, but it's kind of time to give some young guys, and maybe it's time for this streak to come to an end. We saw it stay alive in Florida. It finally ends in Philadelphia. I was curious about your thoughts on that whole situation.
Well, first off, Keith Yandle should thank the Philadelphia Flyers for giving him a job, because that was somewhat in doubt at the point where he went there. You know what I mean? It just was. And I think he's had an okay career. He's played a lot of games. He's made a lot of money, and good for him. But I think the Flyers, I think any team should put what they think is best for their team over a streak. And when I hear the term Ironman, I've seen Keith Yandle play. He's no Ironman. Okay, he's not exactly a big hitter, doesn't exactly absorb a lot of contact. He's a finessey defenseman. And, he's good, but like, Ironman. And then,
whoa. What about
you think
Phil?
so? You think
Phil Kessel?
Phil Kessel.
Like it's men's league, no check.
No.
Okay.
Phil Kessel's middle name is Iron Man, dude.
Yeah, they should change it to Tin Man if he gets it. And again, that's no knock on either guy as a player, but the way they play makes the streak mean less. Now, obviously, Yandle's going to have Barstool Sports rally around him because he's their buddy Yans and Sonk and Pigeon and Buckled, and they'll just use the same catchphrases over and over again till I stop listening, which I did literally months ago.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't love the fact, and quite frankly, I guess if Philly could have made this easier on themselves, if this went through their mind, it would have been to sit him earlier in the year. He should have been, and everybody I've talked to that covers the Flyers has said, hey, he's been really bad this year. Like not just bad, like really bad. And as well as everybody in Philly has been. So I think now that people have that problem because there's 11 games left, right? That's where the problem is. But that's my whole thing is like, this is, hey, don't even get me going on it. And, I know Gumpy, you and Nick love when I get fucking going on things, but like, this is society. This is society that we live in now. Like, we're trying to make this like it's a participation award. What are we doing? Like Jens thing. I love Keith Yandle. I met Keith Yandle, one of the nicest dudes. Never heard a sideways comment about the guy. Hey, I'm not talking about Keith Yandle. I'm just talking about this situation here. He should have been sat in Florida. All of the internet loses their goddamn minds, and they start and he was guilted into still playing, and it kept it going. Okay, fine. Well, here we are now. Like, they've got to figure things out. Philly is a dumpster fire. They're trying. Let Mike Yeo try to coach. Let Chuck Fletcher try to be the GM. What are we doing? We're trying to guilt them. No, the right move for this Flyers team is sit down. We have college free agents coming in. We have young players. We got to smoke out now when the games don't matter. We don't want to smoke it out in the first 15 games of the regular season. Let's smoke it out now because we stink, and we can see if these guys can play at this level or not. And the problem is people want to keep us alive. Oh, he deserves better. He deserves this. This is his. No, this should, and the fact that it should have ended a while ago. And then we got Phil Kessel, who we've chartered. Listen, this is an organization in Arizona that wasn't paying their fucking bills earlier in the season. And they're going to charter a flight for him from Detroit back to Arizona. And I don't want to get into, hey, it's a birth of his child. I'm not trying to, hey, if
the birth of his child was so important, he shouldn't have played the game.
Shouldn't have played the game. Why are we manufacturing these things to be something? What are we doing? We're trying to finesse
hell of
these
a shift, though.
Good shift.
It's a slap, dude.
It's
a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face. What would people do? Hold on a second. What would people do? And this goes back to the Michael Strahan, Brett Favre incident. This goes back to. Hold on a second. Let's make this. Nick, I want to get a reaction out of you, Nick, because what would happen? Let's just say, for an example, I don't know. Say there's a player that has scored 4 ways in an NHL game, okay? And all of a sudden, maybe the score is 7-1. This player has scored even strength, shorthanded, power play, a penalty shot. He scored 4 different ways, 7-1 game, and the other team says, hey, you know what? if we pull our goalie, that player can get an empty net goal and tie Mario's all-time record that we never thought would be beaten. Would you guys be okay with that? I certainly would not be. Why are we trying to fabricate this shit? Let it happen the way it happened when the history was made. Drives me bananas.
Well, I think any streak, any consecutive game streak is meaningless the minute the streak is accommodated. The minute the guy shuts in, he's left in there, and the streak is accommodated, the streak's meaningless. And that has happened with Phil a number of times when he was hurt, here in Pittsburgh, or could have used the rest. And Phil's streak's in trouble too, because he has 6 goals this year, and he is slowed to a crawl, and he's going to have trouble getting a job next year.
6 piece, that's it?
That's tough.